Carl Gustaf Emil Mannerheim was a Finnish military leader, statesman, and national hero, widely regarded for his pivotal role in the history of Finland during the 20th century. His remarkable career spanned several decades, witnessing both the struggle for Finnish independence and the tumultuous conflicts of World War II. Mannerheim's legacy remains deeply intertwined with the formation and survival of Finland as an independent nation. Early life and education. Mannerheim was born on June 4, 1867, into an aristocratic Swedish-speaking family in the Grand Duchy of Finland, then part of the Russian Empire. His father, Count Carl Wilhelm Mannerheim, came from a noble background, while his mother, Alexandrine de Beauharnais, had French aristocratic roots. Mannerheim was raised in a wealthy family and was afforded a privileged upbringing, which included studying in various European cities. Mannerheim's education was initially in Finland, where he attended the elite Hager Lyceum in Helsinki. He showed an early interest in military affairs, a passion that was influenced by his noble background. In 1886, at the age of 19, Mannerheim left Finland to pursue his military studies at the Imperial Russian Military Academy in St. Petersburg, Russia. His time in Russia marked the beginning of a lifelong association with the Russian military, and he would eventually serve in the Russian Imperial Army for over 2 decades. Military career in the Russian Army. After completing his studies at the Russian Military Academy, Mannerheim was commissioned as an officer in the Russian Imperial Guard. His career in the Russian Army saw him rise through the ranks, with notable service during the Russo-Japanese War of 1904–1905. He served as a cavalry officer and demonstrated his leadership and tactical skills in the field. Though the Russian army suffered heavy defeats during the war, Mannerheim's performance was recognized by his superiors. Mannerheim's career advanced further when he was appointed to the position of military attaché to several European capitals, including Berlin, Paris, and London. This exposure to European military thought had a lasting impact on Mannerheim's views on warfare. His time in these cities helped him develop connections with influential military and political figures, which would later prove crucial to his career in Finland. Involvement in Finland's struggle for independence. Mannerheim returned to Finland in 1917, a critical year for the country. The Russian Revolution had led to the collapse of the Russian Empire, and Finland declared its independence on December 6, 1917. The new Finnish government, however, faced immediate threats from both Bolshevik Russia and internal factions seeking to control the country. Mannerheim quickly emerged as a key figure in Finland's efforts to secure its independence. In early 1918, when the country was embroiled in civil war, Mannerheim was appointed as the commander-in-chief of the Finnish White Guard. This faction opposed the Red Guards, who were supported by Soviet Russia. The Finnish Civil War was a brutal conflict, but Mannerheim's leadership played a decisive role in the victory of the White forces. He proved to be a skilled strategist, rallying the Finnish forces and securing key victories that ultimately led to the defeat of the Reds. After the war, Mannerheim was hailed as a national hero. Presidency and political influence. Following the Civil War, Finland was in a fragile state, and Mannerheim's popularity continued to grow. In 1919, he was offered the position of the first president of Finland, but he declined, citing his belief that he was more suited to military leadership than political office. Instead, he continued to serve in various military and political capacities, and his influence in Finland remained significant. In 1939, as Europe was once again plunging into war, Mannerheim was called upon to lead Finland during the Winter War against the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union, under Joseph Stalin, invaded Finland in November 1939, hoping to force the country into submission. Mannerheim, who was appointed as the commander-in-chief of the Finnish Defence Forces, oversaw the country's defence against the vastly larger Soviet army. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, the Finnish forces, under Mannerheim's leadership, managed to inflict heavy losses on the Soviet military, and the conflict ended in March 1940 with the signing of the Moscow Peace Treaty. Finland ceded some territory to the Soviet Union but preserved its independence, largely due to Mannerheim's leadership and the determination of the Finnish people. Role in World War II and later years. Mannerheim's involvement in World War II did not end with the Winter War. In 1941, as tensions between Germany and the Soviet Union escalated, Finland entered into a de facto alliance with Nazi Germany to fight the Soviet Union in what became known as the Continuation War, 1941–1944. Mannerheim once again commanded the Finnish military, though Finland sought to maintain its independence and avoid becoming fully embroiled in Nazi ideology. By 1944, as the war turned against the Axis powers, Finland was forced to negotiate a peace settlement with the Soviet Union. The Moscow Armistice was signed on September 19, 1944, which led to Finland ceding more territory to the Soviet Union. Mannerheim's political career took a significant turn after the war, as he became Finland's president from 1944 to 1946. During his presidency, he played a crucial role in navigating Finland's post-war relationship with the Soviet Union, ensuring that Finland remained sovereign despite Soviet pressures. After his presidency, Mannerheim retired from active political life, living in relative seclusion in his later years. He passed away on January 27, 1951, at the age of 83, leaving behind a complex and lasting legacy. Legacy. Carl Gustaf Emil Mannerheim is regarded as one of Finland's greatest historical figures. His military genius, leadership during critical moments of Finland's history, and his role in securing Finnish independence have made him a national icon. His legacy is celebrated not only for his military accomplishments but also for his political wisdom and efforts to maintain Finland's sovereignty during the most challenging periods of the 20th century. Mannerheim's life story remains a source of national pride and a symbol of Finland's resilience and determination.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.